Forests are our most important ecological infrastructure. They are our largest terrestrial carbon sink, the main terrestrial source for precipitation, and the main host for biodiversity.
This is why I established the Circular Bioeconomy Alliance to connect the dots between investors and local communities in order to create regenerative and inclusive landscapes and sustainable value chains that work for nature and people. We need to put our words and commitments into practice. This is why, while I speak, the Circular Bioeconomy Alliance is working with local communities in 4 continents to restore thousands of hectares in more than 10 countries to deliver practical solutions through initially what we are calling living laboratories. By doing so, we will, I hope, inspire an entire generation of humanity who will be equipped to make the changes we so desperately need.
We are putting forward a global movement of living laboratories for nature and people, where we demonstrate how rethinking and restoring our landscapes can result in a synergistic way to produce food, energy, bio-based solutions to decarbonize our economy, while restoring biodiversity and generating new jobs and economic opportunities.
Other projects that have not been successful have concentrated on the number of trees, but have forgotten that the community bit and youth engagement and women and social inclusion are very important. And we think by taking that approach of putting communities at heart, then we are thinking that may be a better approach.
The role of the Living Labs is to prove that the circular bioeconomy can go mainstream. To do so, we need to have projects in every area of the world, on tropical forest, on temperate forest, in rich countries, in poorer countries, and so on. The Living Labs have a target. It's 1 million hectares over 10 years, which is a big number, but it's an achievable number. It's only the starting point. But to implement 1 million hectares through the Living Labs, we need thousands of project holders. Our role is to create a generation of reforestation entrepreneurs. We need to create a generation of a very high number of people who will start their own business, restoring the environment and creating a sustainable value chain.
We will, for instance, in India, showcase how to rethink tea production and cotton production using agroforestry systems. At the same time, we will be restoring habitats for elephants in the eastern Himalayas. In Africa, we will restore degraded land in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Mozambique, restoring biodiversity in riparian areas, while generating new economic opportunities for the local communities in the form of agroforestry, medicinal plants, and ecotourism.
We've got Living Labs in different countries, so in different landscapes, different social and environmental contexts.
Inogara distrito yesusunhenga rokardade matika bairo nyambamba. Nama saya Ibu Legina, sehari-hari saya bekerja.
Mi nombre es Diego Armando Chirán, en la cordillera de los Andes, a más de 3.000 metros sobre el nivel del mar.
Umuruk surung, amin Srimati Sana Emilia, dulu amin Baligaonga, bali para foundation negara kam, puli pasaina, puli lena, puli atu mogana im togo sosoni.
Meu nome é Denise Viana Borges. Então, eu tenho muita vontade assim de plantar cacau. Apesar da gente ter alguns desafios por causa da fauna, né?
Perkenalkan, nama saya Herman. Saya berasal dari negara Indonesia. Tempat tinggal saya yaitu di Dusun 6 Ujung Batu, Desa Pangkalan Siata, Kecamatan Pangkalan Susu.
Hola, mi nombre es Luisa, vivo en el municipio de Potosí, en el departamento de Nariño, al sur de Colombia.
I think working with local communities involves allowing them to share their experiences and actually, as project developers, learn from those experiences and allowing the local communities to suggest the solutions that they think will address the challenge that they're facing. Our main role here is to learn from the local communities, but again also compare with the scientific knowledge and research that we have to see how these two, science and indigenous knowledge, can be integrated.
It's not for ethical reasons that we need to protect biodiversity. Life needs biodiversity to adapt and evolve in a changing environment. So a circular bioeconomy is ultimately powered by biodiversity. Through the living laboratories, we try to create a meeting point between ancestral traditions and innovation, providing the young populations in all these local communities with access to science and new knowledge so that they can be the leading groups to put forward a new economy.
We will provide them with the right tools and the technical support so they know how to create a sustainable value chain.
It's time that we all work together. The investors, the project developers, the local leaders and policymakers and local communities to collaborate together to actually come up with transformative projects.
So in a way, the circular bioeconomy is an opportunity to holistically rethink our land, food, and health systems in order to catalyze the transformational change that many industrial sectors will need to experience to become circular and climate neutral in the next decades.